Alright guys, so it's me, and I have two giant boxes. And I don't have a lot of lighting right now because it's nighttime. I just got back from Mount Washington, so I wasn't in the part like around where I live. So actually, these packages, this one is one of my Clarion purchases, the one on the top, so we'll be putting it to the side because I'm going to open that later. So for now, I'm going to focus on this box right here. As you can see, it's already open, but that's because I was in Mount Washington when it actually came. But I really wanted to see what my surprise was. So I had my mom open it for me. And I know what surprise horse is in here, but I'm about to open it up. So, Elroy immediately wants in. Oh, Elroy, jeez. Wait a minute, buddy. He was in that box. Oh, buddy, 1 second. So, I might as well get these things out of the box so Elroy can have the box. So here's one. Might be able to guess what this guy is, just from looking at it. There's some more wrapping paper. I assume that's what went around the surprise. Here's the surprise, which I'm going to put right here. And Elroy can have his box. Elroy. Get in, buddy. You can go in now. There he goes. He really likes his boxes. But first, I'm going to be doing the surprise horse. So I really want to see what this horse is. I mean, I know what he is, but I want to like see him actually in person and up close. Here's my kitty. He's spoiled, as you can tell. But here is my surprise horse. As you can tell, the surprise mold is Dundee. And this is the Splash Pinto, I'm pretty sure. Wow, and he looks super pretty. As you can see, he has all sorts of different colors. Wow. He's not a glossy, he's a matte, but he still really shows the buckskin. I'm going to restructure so that I can actually sit. Oh, now I can sit. He has a really nice little spot on his stomach. And look at those eyes. Wow. I really love the blue-eyed models, and I'm probably not going to be keeping him. The surprise mold wasn't really anything that I mean, of course I really like Dundee, but he's not one of my molds that I, have to have. But I'm probably going to be taking some pictures of this guy. Here we go. He's pretty nice looking. As you can see, he has a lot of details on his face. A Dundee to customize. It's not going to be this one. I'm going to be selling him. You can see his Breyerfest 2021. And I really love that color they used for that Grula. Be cool if he had some stripes, but he doesn't. But that is okay. So he looks pretty neat, and he even has some really nice mapping. You can see it. Some right here. I love it when they got little pink areas on their tummy. You can see the sculpting, and you can see the feet. He has a sculpted hoof up here. Here's his face. He looks really cool. And he doesn't have really any flaws on him that I can see. So he is all good to go. even get a picture of him up right here. Now I already know what this one is too, and he's actually already been bought by somebody. I sold him because I managed to get an alternate, and he is in a Celtique but not an alternate, and he is Uffington. So let me open him really quickly. I'm going to do it in a kind of smart way to where I won't really have to repackage him as much. So I had to repackage the Dundee because he's being sold. I will eventually keep some special run models because I really don't have a special run yet. But I do have a, my first celebration horse. I mean, I did get the celebration horse for this year. I need to cut this. So here's what I see right now. I've dug in a little bit. They won't focus, but as you can see, I can kind of pull out his little face. And he is the Carmelo version. So I will be opening him the rest of the way just to pull him out. So here he is. And I am pulling him out just because I need to show the buyer that he is actually here. And then I will be shipping him. I kind of wish they did the special runs just like they do the limited editions. I wish that they would just have them in a box to where it's easier to see. But here he is. And he looks neat. But that is all for this part, and now I will be unboxing something that I will be keeping, and it's a Clarion purchase. It looks really pretty. So here is the next box. I forgot my knife, so I guess we're doing this with scissors. I hate doing this with scissors. I'd rather use my edged knife, but I cannot find it at the moment. So, got that over with. Don't cut towards yourself. Oh, I hate scissors. There we go. I can just get it stuck in there. So. Just pull it open. I'm just gonna get this part right here. And there might be something with my address. Yes. So I take that off. And here is my model. So he is a traditional. And I have been wanting a mule for a really long time. There's nothing in these little wrapping paper, so I throw them aside. Throw this aside. And here we go with this. I've always wanted a mule, and this one was being sold for really cheap. It's a body quality model, but I do like to rescue body quality models. So I am more than happy to pay a really cheap price for a model that has been loved, you know, and gone through some stuff. This guy has obviously, like you can already tell, he's got some little played with markings on his face. But he was only $5, so Altogether with shipping, he was $15. The shipping was $10. So here he is right out of the box. And I did check, he is a gelding. And he is just so pretty. As you can see, he does have some marks. But I watched a lot of the Breyerfest workshops. I think I can clean those really well. You can really see these eyes, like they really do glint. See that glint? It has that pretty gloss on the top. You can tell that this is an older model. I think it was produced in the early 2000s. See that pretty glint? I love that dun stripe and that primitive shoulder marking. And this model is just so gorgeous with the stripes. I really love those pronounced stripes. And this horse does remind me a lot of Marshall Dillon. Gunsmoke was the name of the actual Western. And the main character, or the star of the show, was Marshall Dillon. He was the sheriff. And he had a friend named Fester who helped him do a lot of stuff, like, you know, wrangle people up, get them in the prison. If they're doing bad, you know, they had those small town prisons back then. They would take them there. And he had a mule named Ruth. And that was Fester's mule. So he had a mule, and his name was Ruth, even if it was a male, because the female horse he had, Ode to a Mule, is a very good song, very good story. I'd look that up. Look at that pretty tail. You can see how like small the tail mold is, but how pretty. Let's look at those feet. Definitely some rubbies, but I can fix those. But if I do name this, well, I will name this mule. I'll probably name them Ruth or Marshall Dillon, or maybe just even Gunsmoke. I like those three names. I need models with those three names. So we'll see. Look up Ode to a Mule. It's a very good story about a mule in the Civil War with the Union and the Confederacy. And that brave mule was Ruth, and so Festus, no matter what horse he has, or what mule he has, because he doesn't have horses, he likes mules. Whatever mule he has, he names them Ruth, because of his mule that passed away in the story Ode to a Mule. You can see that little gray on his muzzle, I like that. But this is super cool, and I will treasure this model because I have always wanted a mule. I finally got one, and he matches my general color that I like. I really like buckskins, especially primitive buckskins. But peace out. I hope you guys got everything that you wanted this Breyerfest. I will be posting a whole haul once I sell everything and get everything that I'm going to be getting. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Goodbye.